Welcome to ThawBall. It's Sunday, September 10th, and I have one question for you. Are you ready for some football? You know who wasn't ready to play football on Sunday night? The New York Giants. They had a promising opening drive, but it gets destroyed. Blocked field goal to the house. Cowboys up 6-0.
3rd and 19. Jones gets it out. Barkley got hit, fumbled right in the air, and it flies into the hands for a touchdown of Deron Bland.
And things went from bad to worse for the G-men on a rainy Sunday night in New York. Pick 6. And newly extended Daniel Jones was getting beat up in bad snaps all night, but he also made some bad decisions. This one led to a pick as the Giants had 0 yards of passing offense well into the second quarter. And by the time Tony Pollard took in his second TD of the night, the Giants were completely demoralized. Cowboys had 7 sacks, 12 QB hits, 2 picks, 1 that went for 6, blocked field goal for 6, 5 forced fumbles, 0 points allowed. And how about them Cowboys? They win 40 to nothing. And after a promising first year under Brian Daboll, the Giants have some soul searching to do. From a blowout to a shootout, we go to the highest scoring game of the day, and Austin Eckler still got the wheels. 55 yards to the red zone. Chargers would convert the tutty to go on top.
The best beginning field position, 35 of the way. He's got Julio. That's a touchdown!
And this game would go back and forth. Tua keeps running up that hill, finds Tyreek Hill. Hill goes for 215 and 2 tutties on the day. Justin Herbert would lead the Chargers to another touchdown, but Tua was not done. Steps up in the pocket, finds Tyreek again. Tua Tagovailoa put some respect on his name. He throws for 466 yards. That's the 4th most passing yards in a season opener in NFL history, and he joins Dan Marino as the only Dolphins quarterbacks with 2+ 450-yard games. The Dolphins sack Herbert on the final drive, and they go to LA and escape with the win, 36-34. The defending NFC champ Eagles went to Foxborough to take on the Patriots, and that's big play. Darius Slay taking it 70 yards to the house. Birds up 10-0. And the Eagles looked like they would run away with this in the first quarter. Hurts with an underrated throw into a tight window to Devonta Smith, who rocks the baby to sleep. But the Mac attack would strike back.
To the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Kendrick Bourne!
Mac Jones would find the assassin, Kendrick Bourne, not once, but twice, to pull the Patriots within 5. Jones threw it 54 times for 316 in this game. And the Pats would get the ball back with a chance to win. 30 seconds left from the 20-yard line. Jones drops back. He finds Kayshon Boutte, and this is ruled a catch. But they would review it, and Boutte could not get his second foot down, and the Eagles escape with a win, 25-20. The Bears have not beaten the Packers since December of 2018, but with Aaron Rodgers gone, it would be a different story, right? Not so fast. Forbidden Love as Jordan Love finds Romeo Doubs.
4-man rush. Love has Jones in stride. Aaron Jones racing to the end zone, and he's in.
And Love was just too cool under pressure all day. On 4th and 3 there, he finds Aaron Jones for the touchdown. Later on a bad snap, in face of pressure, he finds Luke Musgrave. Love had the top QB rating in the league as he threw for 245 and 3 tutties in the 38-20 Packers win.
3rd and 11. Cousins has time, looking deep. He's got Addison. Touchdown!
Captain Kirk finds rookie Jordan Addison from Pitt via USC for his first career touchdown. The Bucks would strike back. Baker, the touchdown maker, finds Mike Evans for the tutty. Tie game, and even though the Vikings outgained the Bucks 287-95 in the first half, 3 Kirk Cousins turnovers, 2 fumbles, and 1 pick would lead to a tie game at half. And watch this hit from Justin Jefferson again. He goes 7 for 138 in the first half and lays the boom. And the Bucks would capitalize on the Vikings' sloppy first half. Baker finds Trey Palmer for the rookie's first touchdown, and the Bucks go into Minnesota and spring the upset, 20-17. A trendy pick to improve in year 2 under Kenny Pickett. It wasn't to happen. The Niners going to Pittsburgh and manhandle the Steelers. That's Brock Purdy, showing last year was no fluke as he finds Brandon Ayuk for his second touchdown of the first half. And then it was raising hell. Run CMC.
2 minutes of terrible football. We've got the ball. Let's see what we can do with it to start the half.
Trying to do something here with Christian McCaffrey. Got a bruising block from Brandon Ayuk. Got another from Ray McLeod. Turned it into a touchdown.
McCaffrey goes for 152 on the ground, and the Niners win 30-7. AFC North matchup, Browns, Bengals in Cleveland, and Deshaun Watson has not looked like himself with the Browns, but he scrambles in for 13 yards there to put Cleveland up 10-0. And I'm afraid, my dear Watson, that most of your conclusions were erroneous.
Twirls. Out of trouble. Throws. Intercepted.
Watson with a horrific throw there, but it would not matter because the Browns defense absolutely dominated the newest, highest paid player in the league, Joey Burr, aka Joey Burrow, only threw for 82 yards on 31 pass attempts. And this Browns defense looks elite under Jim Schwartz. Ho, ho, ho. They're loving it in the dog pound. 24-3 Browns. Jaguars, Colts, and Anthony Richardson becomes the youngest player ever with a rushing touchdown and a throwing touchdown in the same game.
2nd and 28, here's Pittman. And Pittman takes it inside the 20, the 10, towards the end zone, touchdown! On 2nd and 28, the Colts capitalize. Richardson to Pittman, 39 yards. First down and 20. Oh, Lawrence hit as he got rid of the football.
This is still a live ball. The refs have not signaled anything.
And it is taken all the way back into the end zone by DeForest Buckner.
And the youngest team in the league, the Colts, was showing some fight. But ultimately, the Jags were too much. Travis Etienne putting on the burners. Jags win 31-21 in a fun one. Texans, Ravens, and this is J.K. Dobbins soaring into the end zone. But later in the game, the Ravens were with fear that he tore his Achilles. Terrible news. And I can buy myself flowers. Zay Flowers was shifty in his debut. Flowers goes 9 catches for 78 yards, and the Ravens pull away in the second half, 25-9.
And he has the football, puts a move on. Bijan Robinson, he's going to have his first NFL touchdown.
Bijan, so saucy with it. One of the nastiest debut touchdowns you'll ever see. Shifty, running through dudes. Falcons go up 7-0 early. But Falcons QB Desmond Ridder would throw for only 24 yards in the first half, and Bryce Young would take advantage. Panthers score his first touchdown. The Panthers would go up 10-7 in the third, but this Falcons running game is too strong. Tyler Algier, 2 second half touchdowns, 24-10. Falcons win. Sam Howell was an absolute roller coaster in the nation's capital today. First, showing his toughness. He gets absolutely hammered, but pops right back up.
Howell, plenty of time. Stop it, throw it to the end zone for Robinson and a touchdown.
And makes a nice play to find many men Brian Robinson for the touchdown, but then he was ugly. He would fumble, Cardinals return it for a touchdown, and they're up 13-7. But Howell kept fighting.
It's Howell. Stepping up. It's Howell on the move. Tie game. Touchdown.
Commanders win 20-16. Cue the music.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders.
Rams Seahawks, and the story in this one was Puka Nacua. The Rams rookie receiver goes 10 for 119, becomes the 4th player in NFL history to have 10 receptions and over 100 receiving yards in his first career game. Down 13-7 at halftime, the Rams outgained the Seahawks 259-3 in the second half as they go into Seattle and take the win. In a game with 8 field goals, Derek Carr finds Rashid Shaheed for the only touchdown of the game as the Saints beat the Titans in New Orleans 16-15. New faces, new places as 2 ex-Patriots hook up. Jimmy Garoppolo finds Jacoby Myers not once, but twice as the Raiders beat the Broncos 17-16 in Denver, and the Broncos offense under Sean Payton is still not good enough. And let's finish it out with September baseball. Brewers Yankees in the Bronx, and Corbin Burns was no-hitter through 7 innings. He gets shaken up on this play to end the 7th though, and the bullpen would have to carry the no-hitter further.
Still on the bags. Volpe in the air, right center field, hit well, and this is gonna be caught! Oh my goodness!
Sal Frelick with the preposterous catch to preserve the no-hitter, but the Brewers hadn't scored either, and the Yankees would get no hit for 10 innings, and they still win in the 13th, 4-3. Cole Reagans had been elite of late.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. Ball 4. Ball 8, and Vaughn has walked the bases loaded on 12 straight pitches.
Reagan's looking like Ricky Vaughn out there as 2 score on wild pitches, and then he serves one up to Kevin Kiermaier. Blue Jays win, and they're now in the 2nd AL wildcard spot. And the Blue Jays are in that position because the Mariners lost the series in Tampa. That's Harold Ramirez bringing in 2 in the 1st as the Rays beat the Mariners 6-3. The Rangers have been plummeting down the standings, but they're a half game behind the Mariners for that last wildcard spot. They're down to the lowly Athletics, but Nathaniel Lowe would change that. 5-4 in the 5th. And then Texas would go back-to-back in the 6th. First it was Marcus Semien, and then leave it to Seager. Corey Seager takes it deep. Texas wins 9-4. In the NL wildcard race, the D-backs were looking to sweep a 4-game series in Chicago, but the Cubs would not have it on Sunday. Christopher Morel in the 3rd. Then it was Cody Bellinger, his 26th of the year, and back-to-back with Dansby Swanson. Cubs win 5-2. In Houston, Kyle Tucker hit 2 triples in the same inning. That's only happened 11 times in MLB history, which means it's twice as rare as a perfect game. The Astros beat the Padres 12-2. Thanks for joining us on ThawBall. See you tomorrow.